Welcome to Iraqi Dinar Update, your go-to source for the latest news, expert insights, and real-time developments on Iraq's currency, economy, and financial reforms. Whether you're a long-time investor or just curious about the dinar, you're in the right place. At this very moment, a powerful and transformative event is unfolding in the United States. 4 to 7 Iraqi entrepreneurs and business leaders are actively participating in the Select USA Investment Summit, one of the most influential gatherings for international business and foreign direct investment in the United States. These men and women are not merely visitors or observers. They are agents of economic change, bringing with them the ambitions, vision, and determination to forge new paths for their companies, their industries, and most importantly, their country. They represent Iraq in its emerging phase of international cooperation and economic resurgence, and they are working tirelessly to build bridges, strategic partnerships, that will serve as pillars for a future that is interconnected, collaborative, and prosperous. As they engage in high-level discussions, pitch proposals, sign agreements, and explore joint ventures, what's happening is much more than just deal-making. These interactions mark the deepening of bilateral ties between Iraq and the United States. The discussions are centered around opportunities that span a wide range of sectors, from industrial manufacturing and advanced technology to tourism development and energy infrastructure. Each conversation, handshake, and signed document represents a step forward in economic diplomacy, a practical embodiment of the global economic order taking shape through private sector cooperation. These are not speculative gestures. They are commitments grounded in mutual benefit, and they reflect a shared understanding that economic prosperity is most durable when it is built on partnerships rooted in shared value, transparency, and long-term vision. This need for reform is not theoretical. It's a real-world necessity. Entrepreneurs who want to build a manufacturing hub in Basra with U.S. investment partners need a financial system that allows them to raise, convert, and transfer capital with minimal friction. Tourism developers aiming to attract international visitors to Iraq's historic and religious sites need to be able to offer seamless currency services that align with global tourism norms. Tech startups partnering with Silicon Valley firms to scale AI and cybersecurity solutions need banking and settlement tools that allow them to function across time zones and jurisdictions. The movement of Iraqi business leaders into global forums like Select USA is therefore not just symbolic, it's strategic. It sends a message that Iraq is moving beyond the limitations of the past. It underscores a readiness to move past isolated, domestic economic models into an outward-looking, globally linked future. But readiness alone is not enough. Infrastructure must follow intention. And one of the most important forms of infrastructure in the modern world is monetary infrastructure. Iraq must develop its currency into a symbol of stability, not uncertainty. To be clear, this is not a call to dollarize or simply peg the dinar permanently to foreign standards. Rather, it is a call to reimagine what it means for Iraq to have sovereign monetary power in a globalized world. That means creating a currency that floats with resilience, is anchored in sound fiscal and economic policy, and benefits from transparent, independent central bank governance. It also means embedding Iraq's currency into international financial platforms, allowing it to participate in swift, regional digital payment networks and cross-border banking operations. All of this requires planning, commitment, and political will, but it is necessary if the country is to match its growing private sector engagement with a complementary financial foundation. The summit, then, is a mirror reflecting the possibilities ahead. It is a scene of vibrant economic activity, of bold Iraqi voices entering rooms they once might have been excluded from, speaking the language of business fluently, and offering value to the global economy. They are not just seeking investment. They are offering opportunities in return. They are not just asking for resources. They are bringing projects and ideas that will benefit both Iraqi and American stakeholders. And for all this activity to bear lasting fruit, it must be matched with reforms that allow the economy to scale, operate, and sustain itself on international terms. The transformation of Iraq's currency is part of a much broader reform agenda. It ties into the modernization of Iraq's banking sector, improvements in anti-money laundering and counter-terrorism financing standards, compliance with international reporting practices, and the expansion of financial inclusion. All of these are elements that reinforce each other. A well-regulated, transparent financial system supports a strong currency, and a trusted currency attracts global investment. In that sense, the currency is both a tool and a signal. It is a tool that allows business to happen. And it is a signal that tells the world whether Iraq is ready to be a full player in the global economy. The entrepreneurs currently present at the Select USA Summit understand this intuitively. They know that partnerships forged today will not reach their full potential if tomorrow's financial environment cannot support them. They are pushing forward nonetheless, driven by confidence in their vision and a belief that their government and financial leaders will rise to meet the moment. And indeed, the momentum seems to be building. The Central Bank of Iraq has been taking measured steps to align with international expectations through currency auctions reform, digital transformation, and reserve strengthening. But more remains to be done. What this summit reminds us of is that private sector ambition cannot be the only engine of change. It must be met with government policy that unlocks potential, not inhibits it. Monetary reform is one of the most urgent levers available to Iraq. It's not only about exchange rates or interest rates, it's about unlocking international credibility. And international credibility opens doors to capital, to innovation, to diversified growth. If Iraq wants to fully benefit from this current wave of business enthusiasm and global outreach, then it must recognize that a modern international currency is not a luxury, it is a necessity. This is international engagement at its most practical and prosperity at its most real. It is not theoretical or speculative. It is rooted in people, ideas, deals, factories, projects, and new partnerships. And behind all of it is the need for a currency that reflects and facilitates this new identity. Iraq's future is being built not only in Baghdad, but in Washington, Dubai, Erbil, and beyond, wherever Iraqi entrepreneurs dare to go and bring their country with them in vision and commitment. And in every one of these places, their work is made easier, faster, and more impactful if the dinar becomes what it has the potential to be, a trusted international currency for a new era of Iraqi economic revival. Thanks for tuning into Iraqi Dinar Update. If you found this content helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a beat on Iraq's evolving financial landscape. Stay informed and stay ready.